What's cracking, yo? Welcome back to Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. The Los Angeles Lakers have agreed to a deal to land Minnesota's D'Angelo Russell coming back to the Lakers. We originally drafted him. Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt in a three-team trade also involving the Utah Jazz. In the trade, the Timberwolves will receive Mike Conley, Alexander Walker, and some picks, while the Jazz will receive Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano Anderson, Damian Jones, and a lightly protected 2027 Lakers first-round pick. Listen, I am so happy. I'm not happy about the Lakers getting Russell back. D'Lo, not happy about that. Even though I'm a Laker fan and D'Lo would be a better fit than Russell Westbrook, not happy about that. I'm happy that Russell Westbrook is getting the hell out of Los Angeles Lakers, out of Lakerland, getting the hell out of town. I am happy for him. Because now I'm hoping with the Utah Jazz and wherever he decides to sign in free agency that Russell Westbrook can get back to being Russell Westbrook, a starting all-star caliber point guard of the NBA. Russell Westbrook has took so much slander. Russell Westbrook has been disrespected. Russell Westbrook has been a scapegoat time after time after time again for the Los Angeles Lakers struggles since he got back, or since he was acquired by LA. I got tired of it was more volatile last season. Russell Westbrook is the only reason why the Lakers suck. Forget the fact that LeBron James and Anthony Davis and whoever else thought it would be a good idea to pick up Russ when him and LeBron James play very similar play styles. And they thought this would be a good idea, that you could still have LeBron be the primary point guard and make Russ a spot-up shooter and come off the ball with not a lot of slash and catch opportunities up the basket, but more of a spot-up shooter. Who thought that was a good idea? And finally, this season, they moved Russ to the bench, rolled the second unit. Though, I will say it and I'll say it again. I've said it and I will say it again. It wasn't the fact that Russ went to the bench that improved his fit with the Lakers, though still not ideal, improved his fit with the Lakers. It wasn't so much the fact that he went to the bench. It was how he occupied the space in the court with the same time with LeBron James. That is what they changed, coincidentally, around the same time he went to the bench. It's how they play on the court together. And they finally had LeBron James come off ball more, let Russell Westbrook run the point guard, control the offense, and have LeBron now be the catch and shoot or the catch and slash or slash and catch player. Because it makes more sense. LeBron's a better shooter than Russ. LeBron's better at the basket than Russ. So why were you doing it the opposite way before? It has less to do with him coming off the bench. Okay? It's when they're on the court at the same time. How do you fit Russ in? And they finally made that change. It has less to do with him coming off the bench. If you would watch the games, you would realize what was going on. Now, I'm happy for Russ. He can get back to being Russell Westbrook. And I just feel like Russ wasted a year and a half of his career fucking around with the Lakers. And the Lakers are my favorite franchise. And I love Russ too. But I knew this wasn't a good idea from the jump. I always wanted Russ on the Lakers. Before LeBron got there, I always wanted Russ on the Lakers. But I did not want him on the Lakers if LeBron James was going to be on the team. It just didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. And Russ has done everything the team has asked him to do this season, coming off the bench and actually playing pretty damn good, all things considered. Pretty damn good, all things considered. But the disrespect to Russell Westbrook. People saying he sucks, he just fell off a cliff, this, that, and that. I was like, you shut up, shut up, shut up. You watch the game, analyze the game appropriately, and see what happened. He doesn't just go from averaging a triple-double with the Washington Wizards and leading them into the playoffs with a furious charge the second half of that season to just 2-3 months later just falling off the cliff and sucking with the Lakers. That rarely happens, especially considering Russ is still healthy. Though he's not as athletic as he used to be, he's still pretty athletic, to be fair. All right, I just feel like he wasted a good year and a half of his career fucking around with the Lakers, tarnishing his career, diminishing his value as a player because so many casuals and whatnot are just writing him off without actually analyzing and looking at the game. And I just feel like he wasted a year and a half, good years. And now he's 34, 35 years old now. I don't know how many more good years he has in the tank. We will see. But I am happy that he can at least get back to being him and given the opportunity to shine the way we've seen Russell Westbrook shine throughout his career. Though maybe not quite as effective given another year getting tacked on to his age, but we will see. Got some young gunners there with the Utah Jazz. You know, got Lauri Markkanen and them boys. It's going to be interesting to see how Russ fits and how the Utah Jazz implement him. Are they going to let Russ be Russ, run the show, get you them 11, 12, 13 assists, get you them 7 to 10 rebounds, get you them 18 to 21 points? Y'all going to let Russ be Russ, or are you going to try to fit him into some kind of system? But hopefully you learn from the Lakers' decisions on how to effectively use Russell Westbrook and playing to his strengths, implementing him to his strengths. The Lakers did not do that for the majority of this tenure. Russ isn't one of those players. He's not like a Kevin Durant where you can just place him in any team, any system, and he's going to flourish. In fact, there's a lot of players that can't do that. LeBron can't do that. LeBron's never been part of a system. LeBron has always been the system. We don't know how LeBron James would sacrifice his game if he had to play within a system the way Russell Westbrook had to do for the Lakers. And when they brought Russ aboard, LeBron James gave this speech. Oh, Russ, you know, if you come here, you're going to have to sacrifice. I'm going to have to sacrifice. Anthony Davis is going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice. I heard this pep talk before. We all know how this goes. If you have seen LeBron James with 3 superstars, 3 all-stars, we all know what happens to the Chris Bosh. We all know what happens to the Kevin Love. The third option is what I'm talking about. Those guys sacrificed a lot more than the other 2 people, especially LeBron James, had to sacrifice nothing. And the same thing went here. I'm listening to Russ. I was like, Russ, don't buy this bullshit. LeBron ain't sacrificing shit. Anthony Davis ain't sacrificing barely anything, and he doesn't show up to play half the time anyway. Russ, they're going to make you sacrifice everything, and you are going to be the scapegoat the way Kevin Love was the scapegoat, the way Chris Bosh was the scapegoat. And the whipping boy. They're going to treat you the same way, and especially you, because generally you're not a very likable person to the mainstream media. So they're definitely going to eat you alive more than they did Bosh, more than they did Kevin Love. I was mad at Russ for even agreeing to that. Mad at him for agreeing to it. Nonetheless, I'm happy for him to get the hell up out of there and get back to being Russell Westbrook. Now, I'm not saying he's going to win a championship. How many people do win a championship in the grand scheme of things? Think about it. Think about it. I don't expect him to win a championship, but take a team, lead them into the playoffs. You'll probably get knocked out the first or second round, but hey, it is what it is. You're not going to get slandered in the process the way you did over here in Los Angeles. Unfairly at that. For all the talk about turnovers the first season with the Lakers, he was the only person in the league getting blasted for turnovers. You would think that he was the only player making turnovers in the entire league the way they blasted this guy on media, in the media. When in fact, he didn't even lead the league in turnovers last year, total turnovers, nor did he lead the league in turnovers per game last season. But you would think that because that was the only person that got talked about. Same thing this year, not leading the league in turnovers, nor leading the league in turnovers per game. But you would think so because he's the only person that's getting smacked for it. In fact, LeBron James averages almost about the same amount of turnovers. But nobody wants to talk about the fact that LeBron James is the NBA all-time leader in total turnovers. But you want to talk about all his other counting numbers and give praise to those, which is fair. But if you're going to do that, call him out for the turnovers as well. I'm not calling him out on the turnovers because if you play like he plays, if you are as ball dominant as he is for so long, of course you're going to have a lot of turnovers playing the point guard and being ball dominant. I'm not shading him for that. But for the people that like to bring up his total numbers and conveniently ignore everything else and call other people out for stats that aren't necessarily well-like stats when it comes to total counting numbers, then you got to call LeBron James out for his too. That's what I'm saying. To me, it makes sense. Of course, Kobe Bryant is going to have the most missed field goals all time. He played 20 goddamn years and he was an elite scorer and a relentless scorer. Of course, LeBron James is going to have all-time counting numbers for turnovers, considering. But I'm just saying, people like to have their cake and eat it too. I'm going to have to call you out on it when you decide to leave out context when it's appropriate for your argument. So stop calling Russ out for these goddamn turnovers. He's not even a league leader. He's not even the league leader. Ridiculous. Russ, happy for you, man. Get the hell out of LA. That place is a shit show. And Lakers are my favorite team. And I want the best for them. But part of me, in defense of Russell Westbrook, part of me just wants them to just continue to struggle so I could be like, ha, 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 I told you so. You stupid organization. I told you so. What's your excuse now? You're still losing. You're still losing. What will be your scapegoat now? I want to hear it. Who will be your scapegoat? Whose fault is it now? Because y'all made everybody think it was Russell Westbrook's fault. He was the sole reason. Meanwhile, Anthony Davis just skates like a snake through the grass, just into the bushes, just skates away, slithers away. Gets no scrutiny whatsoever. Anyway, I'm done. Happy for the Lakers. D'Lo is a better fit. Hopefully we can win some games, and if we don't, I'm going to make fun of you motherfuckers. So you better win these games so I don't come for your ass. You better start winning. Since Russ was the problem, you better start winning. You better start winning. Since Russ was the goddamn problem, you better start winning. Let me know what you think about it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that goddamn bell, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. We out, baby.